Well, good morning. I'm at the Equity Mine. Gold and silver were discovered here, I suppose. Further exploration stopped in 1988. It wasn't worth it. They didn't find enough. Well, they still found gold and silver between 2010 and 2013. But it wasn't worth it. So I have to road walk about 1.5 miles to get to where the four-wheel drive trailhead is. The car said it was 39 degrees. We're at 11,200 feet. It is 7:20 in the morning, and we are about to tackle San Luis Peak, which is the easiest, not the shortest, but the easiest, probably the easiest hike I'm gonna have. I have to go back a little bit to go up on a trail apparently, so this is going to be a little over 14 miles total, but it should only be, I don't know, 3,600 foot of elevation gain, so that's not too bad. Well, we've made it to the upper trailhead. The trail's going to go up to the right of that point, and then once we get up there, we're actually going to drop back down 300 or 400 feet. But once we get up to that sunny ridge or saddle, we should be able to see the peak out in the distance, I believe. So I think we're going right here. So I should be seeing some people since there's whatever 6 cars here. I guess that's a good sign. No motor vehicles. Yeah, I don't think a car is driving on this single track. Well, there's that rocky point that I said we were going to the right of. I came from way down there somewhere. And I believe that's San Luis right there. You can see, you just get up on it to the right and just sort of walk up a nice ramp all the way up. So aside from the distance, I think in terms of like the technicality of it or lack thereof, this is one of the easiest 14ers. If it weren't over 14 miles, it would be definitely, if it was only like a 6 or 8 mile one, it'd be right up there with Bierstadt and the easiest one, Sherman. So yeah, Handies I think is pretty easy too, which I'm gonna do tomorrow hopefully. So we're descending now. We got to go through that forest, and then I believe we'll go up there somewhere. It's not totally obvious how we're gonna get up on the other side, but I know we got to drop and go through this mostly dead forest. So well, the total elevation gain is 3,500 feet. Well, from the upper trailhead, 3,500 feet. You have this drop and regain of 300 or 400 feet, and then you'll have that on the way back as well. So really the net, or from low point to high point, might only be, 2,700 or something, or from, that upper trailhead parking to the summit, might only be 2,700, give or take, 2,800. So yeah, starting to get down into these trees now. They're all dead for some reason. And then we'll have presumably a nice ascent after we hit the low point somewhere down in this gully. So perfect weather, well, as always in the morning, and then usually around midday clouds will start to roll in. So anyway, nice country out here. came from over there, dropped down, came up to this little saddle. There's our peak up there. We're still gonna have to gain a higher saddle here. Looks like this just contours around, and I think we'll get up to that saddle and then ramp up to the summit past two guys going down. So they must have started pretty early, because we still have, I don't know, probably 2.5 miles to the summit. That's just my guess. You could look at the map. So, beautiful day, great temperature. This will, once I get over to that saddle, or maybe on the way up to that saddle, get steeper the last, I don't know, mile or mile and a half up to the summit. We haven't had anything but some little short, little steep sections, but nothing too sustained. So you're just contouring over, as you can see, and I'll check in later. We've hit our second saddle here, and we're gonna wind over and then go up to the summit. Past a couple more people all heading down, and then I saw, you can see some people up there. I don't know if they're on the summit now or just still working their way up, but should start to get steeper. Maybe once we hit this, there's another little saddle up here. Maybe after we start going up. But this is a pretty tame hike, which is good, because I'm trying to get acclimatized. First day is always tough. You're always sucking a little wind at the altitude, and then it'll just get better from there. So anyway, we're up here. We'll be on the summit in, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. Well, we're ascending up the ridge, probably about halfway up the ridge. I would guess. Still probably got, I don't know, at least 500 vertical feet to go. So I can see right where we came, right over that saddle, and drop down. So it's all this like talus trail that you're walking on, which isn't ideal, but could be worse. At least it's small. If it were big boulders, you'd have to take a little more care with your steps. But just heading up. Should be up in 15 minutes or so, hopefully. San Luis summit. can't point out all the peaks, but those two pointy ones, I can't see them out there. I think that might be Wetterhorn and Uncompadre. And then, I don't know, there's obviously some other high ones out there, but I'm not sure what they all are, so. So I'm up on this pass on the road. I actually just took a nap in the back of the car for 45 minutes, but I'm at like 11,500 feet. You can see it's now 2:30 in the afternoon, so the clouds are getting a little more gray. But I wanted to show you out here, and I still can't see them in the viewfinder, but these two pointy peaks that you see somewhere like out here, I'm pretty sure those are the two I'm doing in 2 days, which would be on the left, Wetterhorn, on the right, Uncompadre, and then you see this group of higher peaks around here. I'm not exactly sure what 2 points, but I think Sunshine and Red Cloud are there, and possibly Handies too. Which are going to be done tomorrow. So this is from the pass. It's hot in the sun. It's like 70 degrees, but it feels hot with the sun. But just over this pass in the road, Lake City's right down on the other side. I don't know, 5-10 miles maybe.